Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is a bonus Hitman video. I am playing the American Psycho featured contract. Featured contracts, these are, ones that are highlighted by IO Interactive, but the nice thing about the contract system is it lets anyone sort of create a custom Hitman mission using the existing levels. You just play the level, you
So are we
select the
just supposed to
targets,
let
and
anyone from IT in
um,
there? That's
yeah,
right.
you
Now
select the targets and you take them out, and then you can specify the requirements. You can, depending on how you took out the targets, you can require that players take them out with a specific disguise or a specific kill method. In this case, all the kills are with the investment banker. Obviously inspired by the film American Psycho, the kill methods and the disguise are all sort of meant to put you in the role of Christian Bale's character in the film. So it's just shows off how much sort of flexibility the game has. That like these levels are big and open and sprawling, and the story missions are cool. But what really makes this game shine is the fact that there are just so many ways to play and replay these same levels, and they managed to sort of IO managed to get the most out of it. It's sort of a master class in reusing content, to sort of create different gameplay. And, with Freelancer, they've sort of taken that to the next level where they've created, like, really almost a whole other game, just mostly reusing the same maps and assets. There are changes for the Freelancer maps, but, yeah, so, anyway, I just wanted to show off I have a good silent assassin route for the American Psycho contract, and this is just an interesting contract.
I heard that.
All the kills have to be done with the investment banker disguise, and I started with that disguise, so theoretically I, could try to do this without a disguise change, but it's not a requirement for the contract, and it's actually easier to switch to a guard disguise, so I'm going to do that for a little bit. So here I'm knocking out someone. They're going to be my target, but I want to get in position to take out my next target. One of the targets for this contract is actually the main target of the mission,
Mr. Franklin,
the banker.
it's Director Savalas from the New York branch. I'm returning a call from Jonathan Luther. I see. Any idea as to when he might be available? I understand the board wanted to perform some sort of review here. I am at a loss as to the details, however. Very well. Then I will wait for his call. It would be of benefit to me to understand the intricacies of the visit, which files to find in the archives, or even an indication of the extent of the review. It would require some time to prepare for a visit.
So yeah, the bank director is
Thank you, Mr. Franklin. I'll await his
complaining
call.
about the search
Good
that
day.
she's being asked to do at the behest of the Providence partners. This is sort of part of obviously this is part of the normal mission, but I just didn't listen to that conversation when I was playing through the level. So here I'm waiting for an opportunity. I'm going to take out or knock out two of these guards. I'm using the dart gun for one. I don't need to, as it turns out. It gives me an opportunity if the other guard turns his head, because he's going to turn soon and walk over to the other side. If he did that early, he might see the body. And that way, because I use the dart gun, it wouldn't spoil my silent assassin because that's considered a, poison KO. So it wouldn't count against me for bodies found. Same rule as like a poison or accident kill. So, and we have to move quickly because she and her bodyguard are only going to be in that room for a little while. So I knock out both the guards quickly. I pick up one of the pistols, but I leave the other one. I do that intentionally so that the bank director, her bodyguard, will see the pistol and he'll take it away. And it'll give me some time alone with my target. So now I'm going to take out this target, now that I have some time. And hide the body. One target down. So there, she notices the pistol, so she's going to go get her guard and ask him to pick it up.
I believe I found a weapon.
That's real.
She goes into the side room for a bit. But she's going to come back in a moment. And the guard's going to take a while hiding or putting the pistol away, so I have plenty of time. Here I realized I forgot to pick up the newspaper. I was going to use that to knock out the director. So I go over here and I grab the violin instead. She's already back in the room, but I can circle around behind her. And I can knock her over the head with an undoubtedly priceless violin. Here I'm setting up an accident kill. I'm going to shoot the chandelier so it falls on her. Luckily, the chandelier falls right on top of that chair, so I can sort of use that as a reference point. I just need to drag her so she's lying next to the chair. I'm perfectly set up for the accident kill. Here I'm going to go ahead and change disguises. As I mentioned, I am going to do that. This will, with this disguise, because I'm a guard, I'm allowed to carry a weapon. This will let me move the fire axe, which I need for the axe kill. I want that in a specific place. So that's why I switched disguises. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. But it just makes it... Well, I don't know how to get Silent Assassin on this mission without moving the fire axe into the bathroom, so... Here I'm waiting for the guard to come back. I don't want him to surprise me later. And he can see through this disguise, so I don't want to get caught by him at the wrong time. So while I'm waiting, I'll talk a little bit about Freelancer. I've been playing it. I'm having fun with it. It's definitely way more challenging than I'm used to. I think one thing IO's been doing, I noticed this with the 7 Deadly Sins, and sort of with the contracts, because they're, you know, you can't save, and also the elusive targets. Oh, I guess I don't knock out the guard. I guess I just run by him. I think I'm going to knock him out when I come back to get my old disguise back, but...
These files aren't looking through themselves.
So here I'm just going to move the fire axe. And because I'm dressed like a bodyguard, no one questions me carrying around an axe. So I'm going to use an emetic device to take the lure to cause the target to come back here. So, there are a lot more enforcers, a lot more people around here who can see through this disguise, so I have to be careful. But I've moved the axe, so now that's in position. I can switch back to the investment banker disguise and finish the rest of the mission. But yeah, oh, and also elusive targets. Obviously, you only get one chance to take out the elusive targets, so... you know, they're meant to sort of force you to try other playstyles. Okay, so he just dropped off the body. Now I'm going to knock him out with the violin. Unfortunately, he dropped the director's body so that it propped the door open, and you can't drag bodies once they've been put in a body bag. So I basically have to live with the fact that that door is open, but there's a screen in the way, so no one can see it anyway. I don't even know if I needed to hide his body. I don't think anyone else comes through this room. So, yeah, I don't worry about picking up his gun or anything. So, I'm just going to go back here to pick up the investment banker disguise, and then I can tear out the rest of the kills. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I think IO's been, like, experimenting with ways to sort of nudge players to try out different playstyles. One thing about this game is when you're going for Silent Assassin, it sort of encourages you to play the game in a very specific way, where you're doing a lot of accident kills or poisonings, and you're, you know, working hard to isolate people and hide their bodies. And you're never, like, getting into a firefight or,
a piece of my
you know,
mind. I gave this
changing
place
disguises
everything.
so that people, you know, like if you're going for Silent Assassin, like there's a mechanic where if you change disguises, if people are looking for you, and
Please stand back.
and you change your
I'll check it out.
disguise,
Okay, but
people
be
sort of
careful.
don't recognize you because you're wearing a different outfit. But if you're playing Silent Assassin, you never really use that mechanic because you're never being spotted in the first place. You never need to change a disguise to sort of lose the ability. So I feel like with Freelancer, they've really found a way to encourage and reward and support other playstyles. One, you know, Silent Assassin doesn't really matter.
Don't hit me!
Freelancer. Like it doesn't, like you don't get a score that takes into account Silent Assassin, so it's all about, you know, making money, and to make money you have to fulfill specific conditions, and sometimes those conditions require you to kill guards or kill the target in a specific way, and just it makes it, a lot of those conditions makes it hard, if not impossible, to get Silent Assassin.
God, not again. I am so tired of
The other thing is, because the missions sort of follow one after the other, and if you fail one, it sort of sets back your progress for the whole campaign. It encourages you to finish out a mission even if you screwed up. Like, you can't save, like, you can't just, not only can you not save in the mission, but you can't even save in between missions. You know, it's got a roguelike system. So it encourages you to just try and finish the mission, even if things get messy or complicated. So you can get in firefights. You know, it encourages you to get in situations where you're sort of in over your head, and to see if you can recover, which is something, you know, I normally don't do when I'm playing Hitman. Normally I just, if I make a mistake, I, you know, start over from the beginning or from my last save. I don't try to salvage the mission 9 times out of 10. Sometimes I will. If I'm working on a really hard contract and I decide I don't care about Silent Assassin, I will
need energy here. You need to be
finish the mission even after I screw things up. But most of the time I don't. But with Freelancer, that does, you know, basically force you. His path, I think, is randomized. He sometimes goes the other way, but here he went towards me. But luckily I was able to get out of the way in time. So I'm going to use the emetic grenade to make him sick.
How's the investigation going?
Everything's fine, but can I ask you what?
That's careful. I'm pretty sure you have to do that without getting spotted. I think if they spot you when you're trying to poison them, like, that'll alert them, and being alerted sort of takes priority over being sick, so it sort of ruins the use of emetic poison if you get spotted doing it.
Hey, you okay?
So here, because of how I threw the grenade, I actually got 2 people sick. Luckily, they each go in separate bathrooms. Sometimes the NPCs will glitch out and they'll both try to use the same toilet when they're both sick. Luckily, he went to his own bathroom. So. And normally I would hide the body, but because there's someone in the other bathroom, I don't want to risk being spotted. So I just decide to exit the level. Just need to be careful not to get spotted on the way out. But I think she's like really the last enforcer I have to worry about. There's one person who wanders around this area who's an enforcer. He's like a super enforcer, so he's an enforcer for every disguise.
Can we talk to everyone?
No, I think I saw him go into the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't run into him, so I'm able to
Hi,
slip
it's
out.
me.
But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Freelancer, and yeah, still having a lot of fun with Hitman. I might make a video out of a Freelancer campaign sometime. I haven't decided yet. We will see. Yeah, for now I'm just having fun with the series. So we'll wait and see that I got Silent Assassin. Got all the objectives. And there you go, Silent Assassin. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.